Congratulations! If you're watching this, you're a professional child performer on your journey in the entertainment industry. Maybe you're seeing this because you're in movies or TV shows, commercials, or performing on Broadway or professional theaters. And your agent or studio teacher or someone in production wants to get a head start in supporting your journey. Whatever the case, we want to congratulate you on what you've accomplished thus far in being a professional young performer. My name is Chris Smith, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker, psychotherapist, and the director of the Entertainment Community Fund's Looking Ahead program. For over 140 years, the Entertainment Community Fund, which is a national nonprofit, has been supporting artists and entertainment professionals like yourselves and helping them thrive. Looking Ahead has been around since 2003 and is a program dedicated to supporting the mental health and wellness of professional child performers ages 9 to 18 and their families across the country. We offer mental health counseling, support on education resources, and in-person and virtual social events. We also offer resources, groups, and counseling for parents. There are some amazing parts about being a young performer, and hopefully, everyone works together to support you in having a great experience on set and beyond. But there may be also some moments that aren't so amazing and that can be quite challenging. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about your mental health. When I say mental health, I'm talking about understanding and managing your feelings and emotions. The first step is to identify how you're feeling. Once you do that, you can then take steps to manage those feelings and learn how to speak about them so they don't get out of hand. For example, when you get mad, which is a normal part of life, learn to say, "That thing that happened made me upset and disappointed and mad. I'm gonna need a second to cool down." Another big part of mental health is your ability to have supportive relationships with other people in your lives. How you deal with stress is also a huge part of your mental health. Everybody has stress, everybody. I'm here to help you learn how to deal with that stress in a healthy way. Stress is a feeling of being tense, overwhelmed, worn out, or exhausted. A small amount of stress can actually motivate or inspire us to work towards solving our challenges. However, too much stress can make even small tasks seem difficult. Symptoms of stress could include feeling worried, irritable, scared, nervous, or angry. Stress can cause you to have trouble concentrating or focusing, have difficulty remembering things, or have you feel like you're not motivated. Stress could look like biting your fingernails, feeling restless and fidgety, grinding your teeth, procrastinating, keeping to yourself rather than hanging out with friends, or fighting with other people, or even using substances like drinking alcohol or using drugs, which we absolutely want to avoid. As a young performer, you might feel stressed out by inconsistent work. You could book a job and then maybe you don't book anything for a while. Also, not being around your friends or feeling like it's hard to make friends can be a stressor. A huge source of stress for young performers can be feeling that you need to be perfect all the time in every aspect of your life. And of course, rejection. That would cause anyone stress. There's also doubt. Everyone deals with doubt. I promise you, it's normal to have doubt. When we take care of our mental health and take the time to check in with ourselves, not only are we able to handle stress better when it starts, but also we can develop healthy relationships with our friends, family, and loved ones. When going through adolescence, which is roughly between the ages of 10 and 19, many of us will go through different stages of development, including a desire to form our own identity, feeling awkward a little or a lot about how we look, becoming hyper aware of how we are in relationship to others, like, did I say the wrong thing? Or did I laugh too much or not enough? Was I weird? We might compare ourselves to how we see others, like they're pretty cool. Am I as cool as them? This is a time where people often learn who they are and who they want to be. Some of the things you may notice at this time might include mood swings. One minute you feel good, and the next minute you're yelling at your mom and you don't know why. You may have more awareness of your feelings and your emotions. For many kids, it can be confusing that while on one hand, you have so many new and deep thoughts, on the other hand, you could have a really difficult time expressing these new thoughts and sharing how you're feeling. Maybe you're getting more auditions or booking more roles and you're juggling that with school or work, life, rising expectations, friendships, and worries about growing up. This is a lot to manage. You also may be just starting to think about life in abstract terms, asking yourself, what's the meaning of life? Who am I? What am I good at? What's my purpose? We all want to stand out, but not too much. It's also very common to want independence during this time. When you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, here are a few things you can do to improve your well-being. 1, sleep. Listen to your body. Things can vary between people, but teens, on average, need between 8 to 10 hours of sleep a day. Sleep is vital to recharging our brains and being alert when we most need it. Having proper rest also helps us make good decisions. Nutrition. The foods you eat affect your mood. Try to have a balance with the foods you eat and be sure to drink plenty of water. Community. We all need a community. Whether it be friends, a book club, a softball team, or a group who gets together to watch K-dramas, whatever it is, surround yourself with people who you trust and whom you feel safe with. And if you don't have that community yet, please be patient with yourself and also join looking ahead. Exercise, move your body. This doesn't mean you need to lift weights or do 100 push-ups every day, but anything from stretching to biking or walking around the block for as little as 10 minutes can help relieve stress. Do something you look forward to. When you're feeling down, one of the best things you can do is spend time doing things you enjoy and can look forward to. I want to talk about the elephant in the room now. Anxiety and depression. What are they? Anxiety is a frequent or constant worry or stress about something that is real or imagined. Let's say you book a role and you're excited and you're ready to film, and then you have a little thought that says, can I really do this? Or what if I do a bad job? Now let me tell you, again, these thoughts are totally normal. Every artist has those thoughts, and every person has doubts about school, jobs, or whatever. But let's just say that this thought goes from you just having it once to you thinking about this every day. Then from every day, you start to think about it a few times a day. Then you start filming, and then you can't get the worry out of your head. That's how anxiety can show up. If you're having a thought that you just can't seem to get rid of that is causing you distress, that very well may be anxiety. Whew. Take a breath. Everyone has anxiety at different times, and there are things you can do to help. Like if you're feeling really anxious about something, try talking to your parents or another adult you can trust. And there's always a staff at Looking Ahead. Anxiety is often worry or fear of the unknown, and it can show up as racing thoughts, frequent repetitive thoughts or worries that people may not like you, fears that might not make sense to us, body aches, especially stomach aches in children, or frequently needing to go to the bathroom. Sometimes, along with anxiety, some people may feel depressed. Depression can look like feeling sad or disconnected from the world and people, feeling lonely and isolated, or just feeling numb. Some of the symptoms of depression in young people may include feeling irritable or grouchy, sleeping or staying in bed more than normal, low or no energy, feeling sad or down without being able to identify a reason, loss of appetite, or just feeling off and not yourself. Now, everyone has days when they feel off, but if you find yourself feeling off or different in a way that's not normal for you, I want you to know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There's absolutely help. And with the right kind of help and support, you could feel better. Here are some things we can do with anxiety and depression. Acknowledge it. If you're feeling anxious, say it to yourself. It might sound like saying, I'm feeling anxious right now because I have a callback. I'm gonna let this anxiety ride out. Or, I've been feeling bummed for a while. I'm down. Something else that could make you feel better is to do an activity, like go for a walk, Listen to some music or write in a journal about how you're feeling. Talk to someone. Maybe it's your mom or dad or your older sister or a friend. That might look like saying, hey, friend, I'm feeling anxious. Can we talk for a bit, please? Or mom, dad, I'm not really sure why, but I've been having a hard time and I haven't felt hopeful in a while. Can we talk? Anxiety and depression are not uncommon experiences for teens, but there is help. Our hope is that you can reach out to someone whom you can be open and honest with about what you're going through. Looking ahead can be a place you consider reaching out to. A big part of mental health is our personal relationships. Whatever those relationships are, we hope that there are ones in which you have people that are supportive and show you care and compassion. And if not, if you are feeling alone, consider looking ahead a place for you. Here are some ways to maintain healthy relationships with your loved ones in acting. Check in on how the business is working out for your family. Ask, how are we doing? How's our communication? Think about what you need from each other and learn how to express those needs. It might be a good idea to talk within your family about which aspects of your career you can navigate on your own, like downloading and memorizing your sides, versus which you need help with, like a parent driving you to an audition. Having a conversation about these things can help you avoid arguments before they start. Some kids have shared that they want feedback on their auditions from their parents, while others may prefer to not discuss it with their families. It's important to understand how you work and how you work with the people that are in your network. Talking about what's working for your family and setting boundaries can be incredibly helpful to maintaining a healthy and successful relationship with your family. You'll also be managing relationships with your castmates. On many of your jobs, there's a very good chance you'll be working with other kids. Here's a few things we want you to know. It's not a competition with your castmates. You don't need to feel that you need to one-up or beat them at everything. Learning how to be supportive of each other is helpful and will make the shoot run more smoothly. Take your time making friendships. Some kids may really be excited to meet you and want to be besties right away, while others may not be so quick to make friends or may prefer to keep the relationship strictly professional where you don't develop a closeness. If that's the case, please just be respectful and try to make the most of your time in the role. It's okay and healthy for you and others to have boundaries, and it's important to respect those boundaries. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but if you have difficulty with your castmates, talk to a trusted adult like your parent, your set teacher or child guardian, or an AD. Now let's talk about your relationship with fans and people who respond to you in the comments. This is a big deal. You may find that you get a role that gives you a lot of attention and you have a bigger profile or you have a bigger social media following. Here are a few things to remember. While you may be sharing certain parts of your life with your following, it's healthy to keep some parts for yourself and to not share everything. It is perfectly okay and actually really, really smart not to share everything that you're thinking and feeling on social media. Let some things in your life be just for you and those closest to you. Get help from adults you trust. I want you to get someone in your corner to help you make decisions on when and how to engage your followers. You definitely don't have to answer every DM or sign autographs just because someone asks you to. It's okay to respectfully decline. Again, it's okay and healthy to have boundaries. If you have to deal with online hate or trolls, first, I'm really, really sorry. No one should have to endure people being unkind or hateful. If people are giving you a hard time because of a role or something your character says or how your character looks, please don't engage them in a conversation on social media. It can be really tough when people say mean things, and it's all too easy to want to defend ourselves. But one of the best things to do if that happens is to just take a break and let someone else delete those comments and manage your page for a time. Also, if someone is managing your account for you, it can also be helpful to have them monitor the comments and shield you from any negative things that might have come your way. It's also okay to set up a boundary and tell people they don't need to keep you updated on what people are saying about you on social media. Remember your support network. In difficult times, if people are giving you hate, please remember the people that love and value you. Spend time with those people offline. The last relationship we want to navigate is the one with ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Speak kindly and lovingly to yourself. That might sound like this. Chris, you're doing the best you can. Or, I'm disappointed that I didn't get that last job that I really wanted, but I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to keep trying. Ask yourself, what do you want out of life? Maybe your goal is to be a series regular, or to be the first on the call sheet, or to win a Tony or an Emmy. Those are all great goals. But it can also be helpful to think about, what other goals do you want for your life? Do you want to go to film school, be a director one day, or become a casting director, or someone that works with cars? Whatever it is, it's so important to have things outside of the industry that fulfill you and bring you joy. One more big issue for young performers is burnout. Burnout is a situation people can find themselves in when they're feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by too much stress. This can leave us feeling like we can't do anything because we're too physically or mentally tired. Burnout can look like having frequent headaches, or feeling like we can't get out of bed, just not wanting to do anything, feeling like we don't have any control over our lives, feeling like you need a break really, really badly. If you are burnout, please listen to your body and try and get some rest. Acknowledge it. Oftentimes, we like to tell ourselves that I'm not tired. I could just keep on dealing with more and more, just power through. But by not acknowledging it, it could just make it worse. And as with all of this, talk to someone about it. Talk to that trusted adult in your life, whether it's a parent or an aunt or your acting coach, someone you can trust that you can share your feelings with. And if you don't have someone, you can always talk to one of the staff at Looking Ahead. Not sure what to say? Try this. Mom, Dad, I'm feeling overwhelmed and I need a break. Can we talk about what we can do to help me get some rest? It's also vital that you say no when you're feeling uncomfortable. Check in with yourself along this journey. It's super important for all of us to check in to examine how we're feeling about a situation. Questions to ask ourselves: is this still fun? Am I enjoying this? What would I like to gain from this experience? Get a support network. It's okay and even helpful if you find other things you love in addition to acting. If you love playing the piano or being on the robotics team at your school, or being a photographer or a center fielder on your baseball team, that's really, really cool and healthy. Ask yourself, what does it mean to have a full life? Is it booking that big movie, or is it having really amazing friends who support you, or a mixture of both? Enjoy being a kid. It's okay to miss an audition so you can go to a friend's birthday party or go on a family vacation. Realize that your path is your path, and it's okay that it's not like anyone else. Comparing yourself to others is something a lot of us do, but as much as you can, appreciate your own individual journey. You will have highs and lows as a young performer, and just as a young person navigating life. And of course, if you ever experience people bullying you on set, or people touching you against your will and without asking your permission, or people putting you in situations on set where you don't feel comfortable, please talk to an adult that you trust for help right away, whether that adult is on set or not. Again, congratulations. Enjoy this exciting journey, learn everything you can, and know that the entire Looking Ahead team across the country is here to support you